Do you believe magic? Aliens? The supernatural? There's one thing stunning regarding basic cognitive process in something, even once we tend to can ne'er grasp, needless to say it truly exists. However, declaring something to be supernatural robs North American country of the possibility to seek out what can be equally beautiful, searching for however it really, scientifically, works. Within the end, most phenomena can be explained through a mixture of physics, chemistry, mathematics, and logic, and therefore the real explanation is usually a lot of beautiful than even the craziest myths we might suppose of. This is what Richard Dawkins, the world's most celebrated organic process biologist, calls the magic of reality. With the narcissistic gene as his most notable work, he's forever modified the manner biology views genetics. The magic of reality, however, is aimed a lot of at youngsters and young adults, attempting to urge them beneath stand, to know, to grasp, the basics of how the globe we tend to board works. It explains ideas like evolution, atoms, DNA, planets, light, and even science itself with relatable, fascinating examples, in order that you'll have a higher understanding of the world. Here are my 3 favorite lessons. 1. Elements are created by planets, as they fuse atoms under heat and pressure. 2. Looking at the spectrum of sunshine is what permits North American country to be told regarding the universe, due to the Doppler effect. 3. When you can't make a case for one thing with science, don't provide up. Ready to get the magic of reality? Let's learn something regarding the building blocks of the world. Lesson 1. Natural parts are created by fusing atoms, that thus nothing, are some things, are a few things, solely stars can do. Do you recognize however the natural elements of our periodic system, like hydrogen, oxygen, helium, iron, and so on, are created? It's neither easy nor obvious, so don't feel dangerous just in case you don't know. I didn't either. Everything you'll be able to touch, feel and see is formed of atoms, however, wherever do their totally different kinds come from? You almost certainly know that every one, planetary bodies, as well as stars, have a gravity field around them. These act with each other, resembling the moon inflicting high and low water through its gravitative pull on Earth. Gravity causes atoms to vibrate, and therefore the additional they do, the warmer they get. Thus if a giant star, just like the Sun, includes a super strong gravity field, the pressure and warmth eventually get so big that atoms soften together. As an example, 2 atomic number 1 atoms fusing into one inert gas molecule, thus making a replacement element. If a star burns through its hydrogen terribly fast, all the surplus energy that's created within the method results in more atoms bashing into every other, and the new helium molecules successively fuse into other, bigger, heavier elements, like iron, carbon, or oxygen. In case of a supernova, a giant star exploding, all of those parts are hurled into the universe, making giant clouds of gas and dust that slowly build their own gravity field, that then repeats the method, and that's however natural elements are created. Slightly smiling face. Lesson 2. By observing the spectrum of sunshine totally different planets and galaxies emit, we will learn additional concerning the universe. Can you name all the colors of a rainbow? I can't. I feel I can name some, however not all of them. There are 7 in total, starting from one finish of the color spectrum of light to the other: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. These colors represent different wavelengths and frequencies, with red being longer waves that are emitted less typically, equals less frequently, and violet being terribly short waves that are additional frequent. Just like every rainbow includes a distinctive combination of colors, thus has each part that's a part of a star. Scientists will use spectrometers to see the vary of colors that represents the entire star, which feels like a barcode, supported the various wavelengths of the light. This is then wont to derive what parts a star contains, that successively tells us however far the star is. Even cooler, as a result of this spectrum keeps changing. As an example, the red portion gets stronger as a star moves off from us. As a result of the waves get longer, scientists were even ready to tell how briskly stars and galaxies move and thus calculate that the growth of the universe should have begun 13 to 14 billion years ago. The scientific impact that's created all of this potential is called the Doppler effect, that says that the frequency of sound, light weight or alternative waves changes, counting on however so much the supply and observer are away from every other. Essentially, the dynamic spectrum of a galaxy, because it speeds away from us, is similar to the pitch of a siren or noise of an automobile going from high to low, because it drives towards you and so passes you by. Lesson 3. If there appears to be no scientific rationalization for something, see it as a challenge to seek out one. Philosopher David Philosopher once said that miracles ought to solely be accepted as such, if all other, doable explanations are even less likely, and thus even larger miracles. For example, if you think that about Moses parting the sea, possible explanations include it being an imaginative illusion, Moses truly parting the sea, the unit being nothing over an honest story. Looking in the slightest degree 3 events separately, that does one think has the best probability of being true? As you'll be able to see from simply considering this, I'm not making an attempt to force a solution or attack anyone's spiritual beliefs here. Just as a result of one thing doesn't have a scientific rationalization, however, it doesn't mean there won't ever be one within the future. Think regarding earthquakes, star eclipses, or even electricity. All of those things we tend to or once believed to be supernatural, yet eventually, we found logical, scientific explanations for them. So subsequent time something mysterious happens, don't let it destroy your scientific spirit. See it as a challenge to create progress, amendment your models of the planet and are available nearer to the truth.